It'll be fine. Just take this. Leave that one. Just close the lid or something.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to put it up.
Felix, right? Felix? Oh. Luis. Sorry. A lot of people I haven't met in a while or seen in a while.
Yes. Like 7 feet long. Oh wow. Are you looking for a lady? Oh, thank you. If you wanted to come work with us, this for development. Yeah, I don't really have to. Can I just tell one of you that I understand like that's not here? Who's up for development on the list?
Now I can see my
You're gonna listen to it. I mean,
I'll do it on the way out.
This meeting is
we're doing it through now. That was no good. That camera is really nice.
That's good.
It picks up something. Why?
That's good because if it's not,
really.
All right. So you know that is.
I know you fixed it. No, it's
I forgot to tell you or
okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Good to know.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
I can always wipe that stream and do anything sensitive that was said.
No. Did anybody hear anything?
Not there. Maybe is that it? No. I think
No.
we talked about the rubber. So it's easy. Yeah, I'll find some. You might have to run the file yeah, then you just let it sit.
Like a friend of mine
So we have to
I use it when I make and then when I would like to do the steam just do a whole
There you go.
I'm used to talking Did you just cook it at pressure for like Kind of looks like brown
I would like eating bacon, please.
Thank you. We don't always get to have people say it. You know, it's worth so much.
It's more important to me about 6 days after. I still love it.
She puts on my alert so I actually see. Do you have needs? Do you like on the job you get from your voice? She asks, knowing exactly what the answer is. I would love to do that. So let's talk. To basically March. Purchasing. Oh, she would love to do that. She's currently off having a knitting attitude. They're all sitting in up there. I love Ollie's one of my favorite people.
No, probably. She's always doing and she's saying,
I'm not time watching this year. So I still have to care about 7 months.
Yeah, they're not good. You got a yes from me, obviously. Yeah, they're just but you have giving me money. He's one of our professional works. We need a I'm assuming you have.
I assume you have that I'm fine.
I know, but GPS just added it recently. GPS here is certain about the not like the axe murderer.
You have my permission to go do that. Yeah, no, I get it. And honestly, having you because we're about to tell the Magic players that there won't be any free release or anything like that. So casual play, guys.
Bringing in the Magic Gathering.
Okay. And
Well, there's technically less to do.
Do the thing. I trust you. Yes.
I saw it. As far as I know, the fact that I still have most as a finger programming. I talked to them about how all those things that I was doing that I'm not doing anymore because I've been keeping an eye on some things that are trying
good news is I'm using the margin useful for
they're getting feedback. Yeah.
They haven't really started letting the
Yeah, that will be phase 2.
that's the next.
Having reviewed the comments coming back, still seeing make sure that things are followed up.
We're gonna get it's not on.
Some of the things that are
We will be getting started in a few minutes, so finish your current conversation and we'll be ready to go soon.
Some of the things requesting being changed are like, yeah, okay, I get that. That's the way you're phrasing this now has a personal issue for you, not a general issue, and while that also matters. Some of the suggestions are like, I see what you're trying to do, or the change should be this, and not this.
I don't want you back yet.
case in point, there was one where it was a writing specific panel talking about how science and social movements affect writing. What's currently being framed is kind of writing. And so there were two science things, and then specifically Me Too was called out. And someone said, it's two science things and Me Too. Me Too doesn't make sense in this context of why. And so we recommended specifically remove it. I went back in and wanted it to be science and technological and social changes generically rather than specific examples of either. So it's a full concept of what they were. And so somebody suggested this will actually have a negative effect on
What you were looking at.
and not everyone steps back to say, are we trying to get at what change accomplish what we're really trying to get at?
The editing piece.
I acknowledge it's subjective, and I'm probably more sensitive to that than really the people who because I tried to fight that. The person suggested this, so they want it to be this. And so we don't want to change what they suggested either, and so to blend the two things together, how do we rename it this way so it's generically concept, because that's what they're really trying to get at. It's concept, not specific.
Well, and realistically, the probability that you're going to offend someone is 100.
I can just see that.
There's certainly been some good call outs for a few things. In terms of, don't use this word, concept, and so,
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, there have been a few legislations that have been like, that's a personal pet peeve. How do we both fixing that? But yeah, I would say that's a part of it. I would say it should happen because the changes are happening after the fight.
But part of it was just the timing and when I was able to and well, next year it will be someone else's time.
And new programs, well, it's not going to come to mind, and you got to do what you got to do with it. But yeah, as a pilot, I would say it's a successful.
Are you done?
John.
I want to get started. All right. Oh, it's on.
I need to unwrap.
Okay, we're getting started. Yeah. Okay. Can everybody hear me clearly? Mic cord. Okay, is this wireless?
No.
It is not.
I just unplugged it.
They're not enough cord underneath.
The lady who understands XLR.
Yeah. There's a problem with,
There you go. There you go.
see, the issue is if I eat the mic, I'm like this.
That's a problem for the live feed.
The cord is.
Is there any way?
Yep. Okay. I think this will be enough. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. Welcome to the February ConCom meeting. I will be talking this time instead of JP since he is not here. So, our announcements. There are a few schedule changes for the ConCom meetings, and they'll be posted in the notes, but I'm going to go through and read them and let you know which ones are different than where they were. A note for the hospitality divisions, I'll be updating the invites that you have in your department calendars as well. Our March meeting has been moved from Saturday to Sunday. And so our next meeting will be March 22nd, and it will be here at Halley Q. The other meeting dates at Halley Q are Sunday, April 19th, Saturday, May 16th, Sunday, June 14th, and Saturday, that's the last one at Halley Q. Then we move to the Hyatt Regency. So there will be a meeting at the Hyatt on Saturday, July 18th, and Sunday, August 2nd. This is a date change. So Sunday, August 2nd is probably not yet in your calendars. We will also have a meeting on August 17th, which is our Monday move-in. Well, not a meeting. We're moving in on the 17th. And from there, it is the convention week. Our volunteer party and post-mortem meeting is still to be decided what the date for that will be. So these are all in the notes. Sandy, you're making a very confused face.
I have in my calendar that we have a ConCom on July 26th.
We moved it.
We moved it.
We moved
Oh,
it.
too many that were close together, so we eliminated one and.
Awesome, thank you.
Yes, there are date changes. Okay, budgets. Our long budget cycle, lots of discussions, lots of reconfiguring, rejiggering. The budget has really, truly, finally been approved, and all of the departments should have received it from their directors. If you have not received your approved department budget, please reach out to your director and they can provide you with the details of that. We will also be posting the budget to the CONvergence Events website. Is it up yet? If it's not up yet, it will be soon.
Where's our CFO? Hey, where is he? He wandered off.
He's gone.
Do you
Okay.
know, is the budget up on the website yet? Or?
As far as I know, not yet.
Okay, do you know the anticipated time it will be?
I don't.
All right.
Okay.
He's
When-
hiding in the corner.
There's Thomas. Thomas, when will it be posted? It will be posted within the next few days. And if you have any questions about your approved budget, do let the directors know. We did, as a general rule, cut a lot of the slush fund. We're going to do amazing things. We don't know what they are yet. We're going to need money for it types of line items. Please do feel free to submit budget adjustment requests to your directors throughout the season as you figure out what your beautiful, wonderful, creative ideas are. We wanted to go in as lean as possible, knowing what everything was, but that doesn't mean that if you come up with something new, it can't be discussed. So please do feel free to request adjustments as needed. Speaking of finance things, so finance is going to be developing a training for how to complete budget reimbursements and how to approve those and how to kind of overall review and manage your department budgets. The board is going to be doing a demo of this training during our summit this next weekend. And the plan is eventually that everyone will need to take this training in order to approve budget reimbursements. So eventually, all heads of departments will need to take this training. How it's going to work this year, we'll figure out, but in the future, it's probably going to be similar to radio training, where anyone who wants to be able to approve budget reimbursement requests will need to take the training. So how it's going to be presented, when it's going to be presented, when that requirement will come into play, will be figured out, more information to come. Directors. So as you know, we did not have anyone step up for election for the activities division. We have had one person come forward as being interested in appointment, but it is always best to have some sort of choice and to have at least two people for any decision with regard to leadership. So, as we mentioned before, if anyone is interested in potentially taking on the role of activities director, please do feel free to talk to any of the directors about what that entails. And if you are interested, you can send an email to president@convergenceevents.org to express your interest. But we have had one person step forward, so there is an option right now. And speaking of a need for directors, some of you may know this already. Some of you may have heard about it, but I have put in my resignation. I will be done at the end of the 2020 cycle. My term was intended to go through the 2021 cycle. So I am here available through the remainder of this year. My priority is to make sure that as much knowledge transfer as can be done is, and that there's no gap in the support of my departments. What we are actually doing with the remainder of my term, the rest of the board will be discussing at our summit this weekend. And the plan for that will be sent out to the ConCom afterwards. So specifically how that's going to work, more details will come. But for my own personal reasons, I need to step back and focus on some other things. But I love this convention. I love my division. I love all my departments. I care about everyone in the ConCom. I can't say I love you all because I don't know you. But it's something where I am not leaving a gap, but I do need to step back. And so I'll be here through the end of the year. Pat?
Just a quick overview, which departments currently report to you?
Okay. Hopefully I can get all of this. So I, along with Stephanie, are the directors that oversee SRD. I have ConSuite, Volunteer Den, COF2E2, Operations, First Advisors, Space Lounge, Parties. Who am I forgetting? Smokers Paradise. I said Volunteer Den, I believe, but Volunteer Den. And Accessibility and Inclusion. And it is really hard to come up with a list. There needs to be a little song or something.
Marcon could do that.
Little romance.
Yeah. So if you have any questions about that, you're welcome to ask now, or you can ask me later. But we will have a plan, and we will make sure that everyone is supported. As we periodically do, there is a request for a brainstorming exercise. So if Decor, if you want to come up and kind of explain what it is that you would like to talk about.
Oh, yes, please.
Please use it.
Come around to this side.
Okay. I have to be seen by the camera?
Presuming I can connect it,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, you do.
And right now they just see my forehead. There we go. Yes, I'm short. So Decor is currently trying to do some brainstorming for some of our decorations that are going to go around the convention space. And let me just pull up my notes here.
You're not talking to the mic enough.
Okay, I can talk more to the mic. So we are looking for some brainstorming ideas. We'd like some ideas about local myths and legends, urban myths, things like that that we can throw on in. And we have one more topic too, but we'd like to start with ideas you might have for local myths and legends we can throw on in. Yes.
Paul Bunyan and Babe.
Paul Bunyan and Babe are on our list. Good one. Yes.
Harold, the guy who sold alcohol to the.
Pig's Eye Parent.
Yes.
Parent.
Pig's Eye Parent.
Pig's Eye Parent. Okay, thank you. Yes. Jolly Green Giant. Nice. Yes. Wendigos. Yes.
War of the Oaks.
War of the Elves.
War of the Oaks.
War of the Oaks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, excellent.
I think it's War for the Oaks.
Yeah, War for the Oaks or something. Yeah.
Prince.
Prince. Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's a myth or a legend?
Yes. Yes.
Now it is. He's a legend.
No,
Yes. Michael Jackson. What's the local connection? Yeah. The South St. Paul Snowman statue. Okay.
Why?
Anything by Charles Schultz.
Charles Schultz. Back here.
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Over in the back against the wall.
The elf that lives in the tree by Lake Harriet.
The Lake Harriet elf in the tree. Okay. Yep.
The Kensington Runestone.
Kensington Runestone. Yes.
The Witch's Tower.
The Witch's Tower in Minneapolis. Mm-hmm.
Augie Ratner
Augie Ratner
and Kid Ken.
and Kid Ken.
Kid Ken.
Kid Ken. Okay, can with two N's. Okay. I will look that one up. Yes.
Minnie the dinosaur.
Minnie the dinosaur.
That keeps cropping up in the lakes.
Yep.
Lake Pepin Serpent.
Lake Pepin Serpent. And there was a hand back over here. Probably already got spoken. Yes, one more.
With Kid Can, John J. O'Connor from St. Paul.
John J. O'Connor was from St. Paul with Kid Can. Okay. And that is pretty good group for those. Our other topic is that we are looking for flying or swimming monsters. And we're looking for ones from all over the place, all sorts of ideas, flying or swimming monsters.
What's your definition of monster?
Any kind of creature, yeah. Yes, right here. Coatl. Mm-hmm.
Megalodon.
Megalodon.
Nessie.
Nessie. Back here, Disney's gargoyles. Over here, Leviathan. And right in front of him, Flying Spaghetti Monster. And I see a young lady with dark hair with her hand up. Right in the middle here, behind Mo. Mothman. And behind her, a kappa from Japanese folklore. And right behind Mo again. Yes. Cthulhu. Yes. And with the baseball cap up here. Gamera. Nice. And Mo. Kelpies. Now I'm going over this side again. Yes.
Not really a legend, but rainbow fish.
Rainbow fish.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple
People eater.
One eye, one horn, flying purple people eater. Over here.
The Kraken.
The Kraken. Mothra. That was yours.
In the flying category, the Minnesota mosquito.
The Minnesota mosquito. Moby Dick. That's a whale of a tail. Yes, it is.
I'm fishy about that.
Yes, so here.
Joker fish.
The Joker fish.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, for fish, how about the one that got away?
Yes.
The one that got away.
It was this big. And the next story, this big. Fishtails.
Any other ideas?
Tornado.
In purple. Sorry, 1 second. Sharknado kind of took a life of its own, as it does. Yes.
The 6-foot sturgeon in Minnehaha Creek.
The 6-foot sturgeon in Minnehaha Creek. Pegasus. The Phoenix.
Since nobody said them. Dragons.
Dragons. Pete's dragon specifically. What? Ribbons? Griffins. Okay, thank you. Hippogriffs. Nice. Yes. Well,
Manticore.
manticores.
Oh, we got a whole navy of them.
What? Yes. Storm wings from what? Tamara Princess? Okay. Tamara Princess. Yep.
Flying monkeys.
Flying monkeys.
Okay, this is specifically a D&D thing, but tressums.
Tressums from D&D.
They're basically kitty cats with wings.
Kitty cats with wings. I can see some people liking that. Back in the orange. Falcor. Yep. Over here.
Sky eels from the Brandon Sanderson novel.
Sky eels from the. What was the author's name?
Brandon Sanderson.
Brandon Sanderson. Yes.
You gotta have the Invid and the Zentradi.
The Invid and the Zentradi from
Robotech.
Robotech. Thank you. And
Space whales.
space whales.
Burn fire lizard.
Pern fire lizards. Yeah.
The dragons of Fern.
Okay, the last two here, and then we're going to encourage folks to email us ideas. Yes. Falcor has been spoken for. Yep. Kaiju. All right. Lots of great ideas. Love them. Keep them coming. Please send them to decor at CONvergence events. I'm going to pull in Nadim. CONvergence.con.org.
We're never gonna live that down. Nope.
Decor@cbg.org.
No.
No. All right. Thank you. Please send up your ideas to us. Thank you.
You were right, Eddie. That's our new short one.
I was right.
So department announcements. We have SRD, operations, ConSuite, hospitality admin, registration, sandbox, harmonic convergence, software development, and volunteers. Come on up.
Stop that and you consider this one.
Hello, everyone. I am Jeff with SRD. A couple of things. First off, for all of you who volunteered to help us proofread things, thank you so much. We have not forgotten you at all. We will be in touch with you in the next couple of weeks. Secondly, now that we are done with our move to the Hyatt, we are putting out another call for everyone's documentation. Things we are looking for: process notes, documents, procedures, how-to guides to make your department run, basically anything that isn't confidential and isn't a budget or your receipts. We really want all the stuff that lets your department function, especially stuff that has been updated since we made the move. This is so that if all of your department were to find themselves watching really bad movies on the satellite of love, your replacements can still put together a department, and we can have a convention down here. Couple of reasons: redundancy, which I just mentioned, and also so that SRD can take a look through them as part of our audit process. Then we'll get together with you, heap you with praise for all the fine work that you've done, and provide suggestions. Yeah, guests of honor in particular, you all are awesome. Thank you so much. And provide suggestions for how to make them even more awesome. Does anyone have any questions? Hearing none, thank you all much.
Hopefully I'll be able to talk without holding onto the mic.
No, we can't hear you. You're not.
Fine, I'll hold on to the mic. JT from ConSuite. More an announcement than anything else. We are expecting and planning to be going with Blue Sun Soda and Whistler Soda again. The only reason I'm not saying we are going with them is we haven't placed an order. We are probably going to be changing some of the flavors. If you were in the hospitality division, you could have tasted them and given your opinion, but for those people who didn't, you're not. We got a dozen new flavors and sampled them. I have not looked at the results. I will state that caramel apple is a really great flavor, but maybe not something to drink. For those people who have seen it on Facebook, Blue Sun also does bottle their own Serenity soda. They have 5 flavors that are mixes of 2 complementary flavors. Those were not in the list of samples, but 1 or 2 of them may be in the new flavors. That also means we will be getting rid of some of the other flavors from previous years. No guarantees, but blood orange will probably not be one of the ones we get rid of. We do recognize people like it. Any other questions? Yay, bye-bye.
All right, I'm Luis, the hospitality admin. If you were here last year, you remember that we had food trucks. We now have 2 food trucks for every time frame, and there are currently 17 of them signed up. I'm missing 3 spots. We are way ahead of the curve as we were last year. It runs the gamut from Vietnamese, various Asians, smoked items, fried items, various twists on French fries, hibachi cooking, Mediterranean, Hispanic fusion, there's a couple of those, tacos, and ice cream this year. You're welcome. Is there any questions?
yourself.
Go ahead.
Empty.
We emptied
Oh, yeah.
every single one, and they told their friends, and they were emptied as well. So yes, we eat a lot.
We are hungry.
Somebody on YouTube asked, is there a list of times for the trucks?
Hold on, let me get this one.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
What did you say?
How many more spots do you have open for food trucks?
The question is how many spots are open? It's 3 are left. 2 of them are on Saturday night, and I believe one's a Friday at night, 10 to 2 a.m. And then there's one question over here, and we'll get back to the YouTube question.
Well, that was the same question. Are you gonna schedule?
Yeah, I will have a final schedule once I have everybody signed up, because I'm not going to show you all that right now because things might change because they did last year. Any other questions?
Somebody on YouTube asked about vegan options as well. Will that be clearly identified?
So someone had asked about vegan options. What we look for when we're looking for food trucks is that they have at least one gluten-free and one vegan option, and most of them have various of them. So, any other questions, guys? All right.
Hello, I am Danae. I am one of the heads of software development. One of the things we manage is the portal that you all sign in on. Thank you, all of you who actually paid attention and sent emails to Portal Help. That really helped us to bring down the number of folks who needed help with signing in. We've also had a lot of questions about getting credit for past meetings, and they are actively working on it right now. It's in testing, and the plan is to roll it out before the next meeting. So if you submitted credit for past meetings, you may get a flurry of emails letting you know that those have been approved and moved through once we get that all rolled out. Questions? All right, if anybody has any questions or concerns with the portal, please send an email to portalhelp@convergence.com and we'll let you know. Thanks.
There's an issue right now today.
I have had one person come and tell me, otherwise no.
Okay, I just told you, and I just.
Hi, I'm Beth Kinderman, one of the co-heads of Harmonic CONvergence. I'd like to announce that the HarmCon application deadline is fast approaching on March 1st, much sooner than that. March 1st is the deadline, and the reason I am announcing it here is because our application numbers are substantially down from past years. I'm guessing that the fact that we draw so many acts from the same community as the Renaissance Festival and us overlapping this year with the first weekend of Renaissance Festival has potentially hurt some of our numbers in terms of former performers having scheduling conflicts. So for that reason, if you are in a band or another performance group, a musical of some sort, the spoken word stuff still goes to Wordslinger's Way, but bands, solo musicians, things like drag shows or anything that has like a major musical component would come to us. If you are involved in anything like that and you would be interested in performing at HarmCon this year, please get your application in within the next week. If you have friends, family members, acquaintances in bands, or just bands that you would like to see at HarmCon, please encourage them to apply within the next week or so. It is likely that we will have space for a number of other acts, and it's also just good to have a lot of different options to pick from because people do have to pull out at the last minute and things do change. So the application form should be linked on the CONvergence website on the musicians/performers page. You can direct people to that site if they would like to see all of the policies, see how things work, or have them email Harmonic CONvergence if they have any specific questions for us and would like more details about what performing at HarmCon looks like. So please do apply, encourage your friends to apply, and we really do need some more performers if we'd like to fill our schedule this year. So please get those applications in. Are there any questions? Yes, back there.
So you said the spoken word is to Wordslinger's Way. Is the deadline further than yours?
The question was, is the deadline for Wordslinger's Way, which is the spoken word comedy, improv, etc. Venue, is that the same as ours or further out? I believe that the Wordslingers deadline is also March 1st, but you would have to consult the website to be sure. Yes, right there.
Will the bands and
performers need to supply their own AV?
Will the bands and performers need to supply their own AV? You will not need to supply any sort of sound equipment. We have plenty of microphones, direct inputs, things of that nature. All of that is covered. There's a full PA with very, very skilled technicians who will take care of them. The one thing that we do not have in HarmCon is any kind of support for projected video. You can project stuff on the wall, but if you're going to have a video component, you need to supply your own projector, set it up and run it on your own, because we do not have the capacity to do that. Yes, behind there.
Do they have to have their own passes to get in, or is that something they get like a wristband?
Okay, so do performers need to be badged? The answer to that is you do not need to have a badge for all of CONvergence, but we cannot comp badges either. What happens is that if there are performers who are members of the group and aren't going to be there for the full con and just want to come for their performance, we can give them a sticker for HarmCon only that will get them up to HarmCon to, set up for the show, do the show, sell some merch, sign some autographs, and then leave. It's about a 4-hour spot. If you're going to want to do anything other than go to HarmCon and play your show, you do need to buy a badge for that. And we tend to give priority to acts where at least one person in the group is a registered CONvergence member. But given that this year the numbers are down, it's likely we'll be casting a little bit larger net. So the answer is no, you do not have to be a CONvergence member if you only want to come to the show, but you do have to buy a badge if you want to see something other than HarmCon during your show. Any other questions? Okay, thanks so much.
Further to Pat's question earlier, I knew I forgot someone. Parenting room is also a part of the hospitality division.
Speaking of the hospitality division, I'm Kelly Reach. I'm one of the co-heads of operations. Andy's looming behind me.
I'm watching the crowd just to be safe.
I have 3 announcements for operations. The first is, if you, as a department, intend to use radios at CONvergence, you need to tell us how many. And you cannot just say the same as last year. I will ignore you. I need an actual number of radios. If you use a special type of radio and you know what that is, please confirm that number. We need those by April ConCom. So if you haven't already emailed operations to say we need this number of radios, please do so soon. Otherwise, I will sick Doug on you to make sad faces because he's in charge of radios. With that, radio training will begin in March. So if you are using radios, come and get radio trained before the convention, if at all possible. If you have people who may need to be radio trained and are remote, hi remote people, contact operations at convergence-con.org, so we know about how many people are not able to be physically present at a ConCom, and we can make arrangements. We want as many people radio trained before the Wednesday of Con as possible, because it is not fun for anybody to run in onto the bridge on Friday night and need a really fast radio training. Lastly, operations is going to be hosting a pancake breakfast on Pi Day. Specifically, we're trying to reach out to our volunteers, find a few morning people out there, maybe. I know, most of us not so much, but we actually do need to run the department in the mornings. Give me just 1 second. So if you are interested in operations, if you know someone who might be interested in the work that we do, not specifically morning people, but if you happen to know morning people who get bored at con and would love to spend some time somewhere, please feel free to invite them to the CONvergence Pancake Breakfast. So that is March 14th, and there will be details about it in the notes. I'm not going to try to recite off the address off the top of my head. Questions?
Yeah, somebody on YouTube asked, they'll be flying in pre-con. Can they do the training the week of move-in or that during that period of time, or do they gotta wait till the con to get something going?
Have them email us, and then we'll sort out a time that works for them.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, thanks very much.
Hi, my name's Jim from registration. Just one quick announcement. Can everyone hear me now?
Yes.
Wonderful. So quick announcement, both Jess and myself are resigning as heads of registration, which unfortunately leaves the department without a head. So for the moment, Uncle Mikey will be running it as his capacity as systems director. If there is anyone who is interested in taking over the registration department, please email systems@convergence-con.org. Thank you.
You see me in there? Okay. Oh, I need this in. Hi, I'm Angie from Sandbox. Sandbox needs, as usual, subheads. But we also have 2 new positions this year. We have a play area specialist and an inventory specialist. They're pretty much as they sound. You'd be in charge of working with those 2 things. Also, if you or anyone you know has ever wanted to run a panel at an activity at Sandbox, but you have no idea what you do, we have a lot of ideas that just don't have people. So let us know at sandbox at convergence-con.org. Thank you.
There he is, Chester. Okay. Head of publications, once again, harping about deadlines for the guide, just trying to keep ahead of it as humanly possible. I have a list here. Oh, thank you. These are the emails that I have gotten, the deadline extension requests that I've gotten so far. May 1st, operations. May 15th, advertising and parties. June 1st, harmonic convergence, invited participants. And also I have programming. I have 1 email from programming requesting that deadline extension. And then July 13th, which is the absolute drop dead deadline. We have Connie's Quantum Sandbox, Theater Nippon, events and special exhibits, Cinema Rex, Wordslinger's Way, the new TV department, which I'm told has a name now. The Tube. And then another email request from programming, so I'm not sure which one is right. Everybody who I did not mention, any department I did not mention, we are still holding to the original deadline request of April 1st. So if you're okay with April 1st, then you don't need to email me until April 1st with your information. If you cannot do that, email me. I'm probably not going to be at next month's meeting, so yeah, get that. Let's just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page for that. Like I had mentioned before, both co-heads. Both co-heads is our first year, so we're really learning as we go. So we need all the time and that we can get. So thank you very much.
What email address?
That would be publications at.
Publications at.
Yeah. Okay.
We can have me give you email addresses all day.
Let's not.
Got a lot to get through.
Hang on a second.
So concluding the department announcements, we will move on to our partner announcements. We've got Ann with GPS.
Hello. Okay, so we got a March movie night coming up, and I was a dork and did not write down the date. Deanna?
That is the 6th.
Okay, so it'll be March 6th, starting at 7 p.m. And it's a musical theme. So apparently they're watching On the Town with Kelly and Sinatra and Little Shop of Horrors. So again, this is free, y'all. Come on down, enjoy some films with your friends. Yes?
Will you be showing the correct ending for Little Shop of Horrors?
D.
It's going to be whatever is on the MGM 20 greatest musicals of all time collection. I'm
Okay.
not sure which one.
For folks watching, the question was, is it going to be the correct ending for Little Shop? And the response was, it's going to be whatever is on the disc. Reminder, and I realized that this is not a reminder because I wasn't here for the last meeting, writing contest is going on. If you are looking to submit to the annual writing contest, or you know people who are writers, let them know. I believe the deadline is April 15th, Bob?
Whatever it was last year.
Okay, whatever it was last year, sometime in April.
I think that was May.
May?
That was May 1st, but.
Not this month, basically. Not this month, not March. I will give an update in the notes. We also have coming up in April, the Volunteer Appreciation Party. So this is something where we invite all of our partners, local volunteer-run organizations. Basically, if you're a geek and you volunteer for anything, I don't care if it's roadside cleanup, you're invited. Organizations will donate swag, there'll be drawings, there'll be food, and all that sort of thing. And we're going to try and time it with the volunteers department for CONvergence is going to do a rally. So departments can be in the space and folks can come in and talk to the different department heads about what sort of jobs are need filling, that sort of thing. I saw a hand back there.
Yeah, it was May 1st.
Okay. May 1st? May 1st. Okay, deadline for writing contest is May 1st. Thank you. So we'll get the details out on that as we get closer. And then also a reminder, mark your calendars. This year, the scavenger hunt was moved. We did not have it last fall because it was running up against a number of other things that were going on. So we moved it to Saturday, May 2nd. So if anybody wants to put a team together and try and knock Anime Detour out of the championship, that'd be awesome. Any questions for GPS? Awesome, thank you.
Now we move on to our very favorite part. Who needs to talk to whom?
Pubs would like to speak with Connie's Quantum Sandbox, Peter Nippon, Events and Special Exhibits, and Wordslinger's Way, and the new TV department.
Okay, we're gonna have to do this in pieces. Publications would like to talk to the Tube, Exhibits and Special Events, Nerf Herders, Sandbox, and Wordslingers Way, and Theater Nippon.
Yes.
Okay.
This is per the YouTube, but video management needs to talk to CBG TV, please. They should know how to get in contact with them. Maybe call them directly.
Okay, CBG TV should call video management. Danae?
Software development needs to talk to registration and volunteers, please.
Software development needs to talk to registration and volunteers. Mike?
Finance needs to talk to Philip from Wordslingers if he's here, publications, and anybody that would like to come get some free swag, a water bottle in a bag. It's going in the garbage when I leave if it's not taken.
I got distracted by the discussion of swag. Finance needs to talk to
Philip from Wordslingers.
Philip from Wordslingers Way.
Publications.
Publications. And there is some random swag on the table. Take it or it gets tossed. Jeff?
SRD needs to talk to Lauren and Stephanie together, please.
All right. SRD needs to talk to Stephanie and I. George?
Ian and I would like to talk to First Advisors and Tron together.
A and I would like to talk to First Advisors and Tron from Operations?
Yes.
Together. Luis?
Hospitality admin needs to talk to NERF and publications, but not together.
Hospitality admin needs to talk to NERF and to publications. Kat?
Guest of honor needs to talk to IP and creative services.
Guest of honor needs to talk to IP and creative services. The hand in the black sleeve, I cannot tell where it's coming from. Art show needs to talk to social media. JT?
ConSuite needs to talk with itself. Anybody from ConSuite over before?
ConSuite, get thee to the corner. Beth? HarmCon would like to talk to arrivals and departures. Are they here?
Yes.
Okay. Pink sleeve, I cannot see your face. Programming needs to speak to guests of honor and publishing. Yeah, Rex. Eric from Cinema Rex would like to talk to Karen from Room Allocations. Who is not here? Do you want him to talk to you?
Yeah.
Come talk to Nadeem. Okay, is that Ishmael in the back?
Nadeem and Amy Mills.
Eric from IT is not here.
Eric from IT is not here. Could you speak to another member of IT? Okay, so you need to talk to someone from IT and who else again? Nadeem and Amy. All right. Katie?
Sarah Turner needs to talk to CBG TV, guest of honor, merchandise, and if they're here, Word Slingers Way and video management, but I think.
Let's go through that in shorter lists.
Okay.
So Nerf Herders needs to speak with CBG TV, guests of honor, merchandise, Word Slingers Way and video management. Video management is apparently available over the phone. Okay. Andy.
Operations would like to talk to Nadeem and hotel and event orders together if possible.
Operations with Nadeem, hotel and event orders together.
Volunteers.
Volunteers.
Teen room.
Teen room.
And Andy would like to talk to Laura.
Okay, and Andy and I will speak. Stephanie.
Merch needs to talk to creative services if they're here.
Merch, which is Stephanie right now, needs to talk to creative services.
If they're not here,
I think he went home because his wife was not feeling well.
no
Okay.
problem. We'll do it the old-fashioned way.
I need to talk to Jim from First Advisors. Is there anyone else? Yeah.
Dealers needs to talk to Reg.
Dealers needs to talk to registration.
Is there anybody here from
From web team? Is there anyone here from the web team? No. And JP is the one that would speak on their behalf, so email them. Anyone else? Okay. Go gather, have your discussions.
Doing okay?
I was reading the.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You guys were.